Hey, my name is Emily. This is my channel, Emily Solves It, where I go over my love of all things puzzles, whether it's logic puzzles, brain teasers, jigsaw puzzles, riddles, you name it, I probably love it. Today is December 5th, which means it is time for day 5 of my Exit the Game advent calendar. Let's get started. Please bear with me. I am a little sick while I am filming this, but let's get into day 5. When we left off, we had just plotted our route, which is very exciting. Oops. It is best not to tear out the calendar page before reading. Anyone reading this has a clear advantage. That's my bad. See? Always check. 5th December. Okay, so you figured out the right direction, but that doesn't solve the problem that the other teams are way ahead of you. You wonder if there is a shortcut you could use. You would have to ask local people about this. Klaus, you call to your pilot in the cockpit, who is now eating Tom's potato salad. Head to the planet over there. I want to ask the residents if they know a shortcut. A little later, you land on a very barren planet, sand and rocks as far as the eye can see. Suddenly, you spot little green figures waving happily at you. Funny, you think to yourself. On Earth, people always talk about little green men in space. They actually seem to exist here. But wait, there are also yellow ones, and red ones, and purple ones. Wow, there are loads of them. They stream towards the spaceship, making strange sounds. This is a language you've never heard before. This planet is called Murmalore, says Klaus. Do you speak Murmalorian? No, me neither. If you want to talk to them, you'll have to learn their language first. Please turn the page. Now open door 5. Behind you will find one riddle card, E1. Okay. And our little thing here, that's an eyeball that is looking this way. This both says exit. These are our booklets. And then if we look at it, what am I looking for? Okay, I mean, this is an important note. Maybe unfold the one where we had to take help. I'm trying to line up the yellow. I mean, I don't necessarily see anything. Okay. Look at them! Oh my god, they're adorable. Look at a little green dude. They look like bats. Like, the face is very bat-like. A little green, a little gray, a little blue, a little red, a little, like brown, a little gray, yellow, like a pinky purple. Some of them are kind of pointing and like are holding up different numbers of fingers, which you can see, like that's 2 fingers, that's 3, that's 2, 0, 4, 1, 1. They're pointing different directions. Okay, let's open our door, which is all the way down here. Nothing on the thing. Riddle card E. Oh, very interesting. Let's take a look inside the room. It's very cute, very sandy. Nothing written, I'm just seeing a couple more little guys. Like there's a red one over here. Oop, it moves. Why does this one move? Do you see how that... Okay. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so this is going to tell us how to decode it, but I'm not quite sure. Okay, let me raise the camera back up. It's best not to. Okay, so then like, hang on, what if we put it back in? If we turn it, it puts them upside down. That doesn't seem... Okay, I'm going to put it back in. So, how do we know who goes on top? Which one goes on the top? If we're just looking at it. And it wants us to look at very specific spots. Like right under the eyes. Okay, but why? What am I missing? I mean, under it both points to like the E. Like if you line up the things, like it's kind of hinting that you should. What am I looking for? I'm very confused. I think I need a hint because I'm not even sure what I'm supposed to be doing. So we are going to take a hint for today. And I think that there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, this says we're going to need the box itself, which is very interesting today as well. You have to somehow translate the text on riddle card E1, but that's only possible if you learn Murmilloran. But how, who, or better, what can teach you the language? Maybe the note on the calendar sheet, 5th December? What does the sketch on it remind you of? Once you figure this out, you'll be able to understand Murmilloran in no time. Take the advent calendar box in your hand and turn it over. Oh, okay. You'll need riddle card E1, calendar sheet, 5th of December, and the advent calendar box itself. We know these are the exit booklets, but let's look on the back of the box. I will say I am very guilty. I'm very guilty of not looking at the box, and I need to recall doing that. I do need to actually look at the box itself. Okay, I'm noticing right away. I see it. Let's turn this down. Turn this down. Let's bring you down so you can see it. That's so clever. Okay, I was right. It is the help booklets that they've, stacked, but this says, on Murmilloran, you should look to the right after every S. Look to the right? What? Oh, I needed my pencil. So we're not looking at every single letter. We're only looking at very specific ones. So T, H, E, the, G, R, E, I'm getting a phone call. Dismiss. E, N, M, U, R, M, E, L, O, R, I, A, N, W, I, L, L, P, O, I, N, T, T, H, E, W, A, Y. The, green Murmalorian will point the way. And that's why you don't pull it out. It's going to point to something. I don't want to write. The green Murmalorian will point the way. So if we hadn't torn it out, but we flip the page, what's he pointing at? I don't know. What is he pointing at? I need a 3-digit code. What are you pointing at, baby? C? I'm like, does it spell something if you line up what he's pointing at with his finger? No. Because it didn't want you to pull it out, so it wants you to point at something. I'm not seeing him point at anything there. What would he be pointing at? What are you pointing at? I think we need a second hint. The sketch on the note shows 2 slightly overlapping exit books. Yes, on the back of the Advent calendar box, you will find 2 books arranged in the same way. Take a closer look at them, especially the places marked with the arrows on the note. There's a secret message there that will help you translate riddle card E1. The result has something to do with the Murmalorians on the back of the calendar sheet, 5th December. One more thing is important. Did you read on the calendar sheet that for once it would be better not to separate it from the storybook? What could this advice mean? It has something to do with the storybook, but I'm not understanding. What if I turn it this away and look at it? It's pointing to the word sheet. Like if you look at it here, he points to the word sheet, but it's like upside down. Like again, if I line up the angle that he's pointing at, CME, it, like, does it spell something? Does it not spell something? Am I overcomplicating it? Probably. I don't know. I'm not understanding this one. Hint 3. The subtitles on the 2 books on the bottom of the Advent calendar box tell you that on Murmalore, you should look to the right after every S. Take riddle card E1 and now only pay attention to the letters of the text that are to the right of an S. You should now read, "The green Murmalorian will point the way." You can find the green Murmalorian at the top of the back of the calendar sheet, 5th December. Yes? His fingers don't show the number 2. No, he's pointing at something. He points to the top of the calendar sheet, showing you where to look. If you look carefully at the red border, you'll find a small number. I can't see the red border. What do you mean? I have to like dismantle the book. Okay. It's there, but like there was no way I was ever going to get this because like look, it's mine. I don't know if it's just bad printing, but for me, it's all the way at the top where the thing is like glued. And like, I can't even get it to show up, but there is a number there. It does say 450, but for me, that number is all the way up in this part of the book where I can't, there's no way that I can get to that. And that's, I mean, that's a little disappointing, but let's put in 450. For me right now, that feels bad. Like, I already had the mishap with the keys, where my keys were not in the right box, right? My keys were over here for day 2. And now I'm trying to look at something that is supposed to be arguably easily visible. That if you were to break like the spine of this this booklet, he would be pointing at it. But yeah, no, there's no way I was ever going to be able to find that, because it's all the way up in here. And now I've like damaged the book trying to get to it. And I mean, it's fine, like, but that's really frustrating. Like this puzzle was a frustrating puzzle. This wasn't a positive, or like this wasn't a difficult puzzle that had a positive payoff, or a like a worthwhile payoff. This was just a difficult puzzle for the sake of being difficult, mainly because the physical structure of the puzzle itself didn't work in its favor. It was banking on you paying attention to this every single day, even though they have conditioned us for basically 5 years to rip this page out every single day. It's banking on you to actually not do that, to slow down and read, which, okay, now I'm going to, but it's asking you to completely disregard everything it has already shown you. This little note, super clever. I immediately recognized the help books and the storybook as, oh, that's exactly what this is. But I was so stuck on, oh, I need to line this up and then look down. I'm like crouching down over here off camera. I'm crouching down trying to look at this. And this just was not, that's not what they wanted. And there was no way of getting you to think, oh, I should flip my box over and look at the box, unless they want you to like take this little corner that's flipped up and be like, oh, I should flip the box. And no. So I have some gripes about this particular puzzle in general. I don't make puzzles, but I do a lot of them, and this one just didn't have that satisfactory payoff. But let's 450. Our code is to go up, down, left, and then up, and we should have a plus sign, a moon, and a moon, which we do. So then this is our door 6, and we'll do it tomorrow. Thanks for watching.